So another red day, 3 trades, 2 losing trades, and then a break even. I followed my plan, but plan didn't work out. So bit bearish relationships today, and maybe I should have taken this to heart, or I closed up below S1 yesterday. So maybe it's the start of a bearish trend now, but kind of ignored that. And then was bearish relationship on cams too. But today, after CPI news, it was opening above value area high and H4. So it was an open that was pretty bullish, and I wanted it to come down to H4 or value area high, so I can long and target the supply here. But if it just kept rallying and went into supply and even inside to H5 over here at 78.05, I wanted to reject from there. So short over here was a plan. And I like this level because it was supply, it was H5, it was high volume node ledge, it was also pre-market high. So if it came up here, rejected somewhere in there, I would target H4 and value area high. If not, it comes down here before into H4 and value area high. I wanted to long that into supply. So those are my two scenarios. And it opened and then sold off pretty much instantly. And then I tried a few longs and it didn't really work out. So comes down into 72. It blows right past H4 over here at 79 and comes into the valley area high. And then there's some buying going on here, but I'm trying to be patient. Remember, I'm playing defense here. So I don't really see great confirmations. I keep telling myself, yeah, it looks like it'll rally, but I need better confirmations than that. I don't have any divergences really. I don't have anything. It's just that it was a hidden divergence here. So the low there was right there, but it didn't break the lows yet, and RSI was lower. So that was pretty much it. And I kept reminding myself, it's okay if I miss it. There's plenty of opportunities to enter. Even if it rallies, I can enter on a pullback. So I'm trying to keep myself very patient. And it seems like it's rallying, but then there's a huge delta divergence here, bearish, and then it starts selling off again. But even here, there's this big delta level here at 75. And I'm like, okay, maybe if it bounces here, I could take it long. But although it did look like that for a little bit, there's a delta divergence forming there. It seemed like it was going to support at 75. And I even thought about entering here with a stop under here at 72. But I was like, look, I don't have confirmations yet. I don't have good confirmations yet. It's just all potential stuff. So good thing I didn't enter there because it broke lows. And then now I'm still looking at it. It is a little bit under my level. Well, yeah, a little bit under my level. But I thought it was perfect, honestly. B shape here, POC at the lows, another huge selling delta, negative delta here at the 70s. And look at all this negative delta here and candle turning positive, even on the 2 minutes, forming a 2-minute delta divergence with the B shape and the POC. Lots of negative delta here at the bottom. And then it broke lows here, but did not break lows on delta, so it was a normal divergence on CVD. I'd prefer a hidden divergence, but that was part of my analysis too. And now it's about to form delta divergence here. It did with a nice B shape and a POC at the lows here. Negative 901 delta, negative delta, negative 850, negative delta on the 2 minute. So I enter with 2 contracts here. I honestly thought these were very good confirmations. Even here, there was a nice 1 minute high volume hammer. There was also on the 3 minute, a nice 3 minute high volume hammer right at value area high. I really thought this was a good setup. Great confirmations, I thought. So that was a 5-point risk. I took it. And it did not work out. Never even rallied a little bit. Just kept bleeding. And then it stopped me out eventually. I didn't even hold out the B shape. But now it breaks the lows and now it's forming another delta divergence here, and another one here at the 2 minute. And it did work out a little bit. I mean, I entered again. Yeah, I mean, there was another POC at the lows here, so I tried it again. It popped a little bit here, but right at the same area here at 77.80s. Again, rejected. Starts forming a P shape. And then starts forming a delta divergence there, bearish. And it keeps trying to go up there, but it's getting rejected. So I'm like, okay, do I put my stop at break even now? Because it didn't hit 2R yet, 1.65R, but because it rejected here earlier with that big delta divergence bearish, do I now put my stop at break even to protect myself? But I kind of wanted it to play out a bit because there's buying and bounces that came in. It seemed like it was aggressive buying coming in, big buying coming in. So even though it was forming that P shape and a delta divergence eventually, I decided that I wanted to kind of play it, let it play out. Yeah, it's a delta divergence now, bearish. I mean, even if it comes down here to support at demand here at like 72, my entry was 73. I didn't want it to, I don't know, I wanted to give it a chance to play out, especially because the buyers came in like that. And I really thought it was a great setup, but yeah, did not happen. Stops me out eventually. So now I have 2 losses. And then, yeah, I think I'm pretty much done for the day, but it does give me a little bit more here. High volume 3-minute hammer. Then a nice engulfing there on the 1 minute. And it's a little bit under my level here at 70. It's like at 74, 77, 70, 77, 65, 64. And so it's about 6 points under, 7 points under. And I'm very iffy about this, but it broke lows, formed that high volume hammer, and there's a RSI normal divergence. So I feel like I have to try it a little bit, at least. 2-minute delta divergence there. So I try it with 1 contract. 20 range delta divergence there. Not even wait to see if there's a retest. But it seems like it's holding. And so I enter with 1 contract. And it rallies a little bit. And then it rallies into that swing high here. And then proceeds to reject right there at value area high. So I don't want to take a chance on this anymore. Forms a delta divergence while you're at it, bearish. So I move it to break even, and then I get stopped out. And it seemed like after I got stopped out, I was gonna rally further. Forms a delta divergence bullish, and then keeps going up. It eventually hits 2R, but and I would have probably had my stop at break even at this point, but then it rejects, and then I don't know, some sort of news comes out, I guess, and it just tanks. So I would have stopped out at break even anyways, even if I kept it until 2R. So doesn't change the result, but yeah, just my plan didn't work out. H4 didn't bounce there, didn't bounce at value area high. I mean, tried, but there was huge absorption at H4 and sold off from there. So I don't think it was the worst trades. I think it was great confirmation, honestly. It just didn't work out, and I managed it the best I could.